I'm currently a second generation beef and grain farmer. My dad left this farmstead, property, and equipment to go along with it 3 months ago. Together, I plan to share my journey and experiences with all of you. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. Alright guys, I want to make a quick side note. This is not in the 1980s, this is not based in the 1980s, but it is an old school series. So everything's trying to be before 1990. Just to get that through, because not everything is exactly gonna be perfect. Alright fellas, right now we are pulling out of the neighbors with a fully legal load of hay bales. The old 250, she is struggling right now. I'm getting on her and she is spinning. Alright, so as it turns out, the old Ford is not a fan of this big load. So I wish I would have gotten some ability to have recorded that, but I could not have because it was terrible. But right now we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think. Well, I'm pretty sure I have 14 in here right now. Ever since my dad left me, as far as with the farm, because he had some health issues. Ever since he left, basically all of these cows were. These were all little heifers, but these were all younger, and right now I'm actually just running some errands because normally I would already have this hay by now. But right now what I need to get doing, which is what you guys are distracting me from, is getting this guy running. That way I can start unloading, because right now we got some hungry girls, because there's no food in the troughs nor on that hay feeder. So basically, I'll give you a little backstory on the farm. We got this farm, I don't know, this property, maybe 60s. My dad started into this pretty late. And he got almost all this equipment, not necessarily all of it, into the 80s, but most of it. So we're rocking some pretty old school stuff here. And he's kept very good care of everything, so we're keeping it running. Right now he's basically just running in the shop and working on machines. He's not doing any of the farming. He's left that pretty much all to me. One thing that's making this a lot easier on me is I'm running a joystick instead of a mouse. So it'll make my job a lot easier. I'll give you some little backstories on some of the equipment. This Ford Dad got at an auction. Actually, that was one of the things that he got more recently. That Ford, I think it's a 4000. He got that. It was an older gentleman's at the time. It was basically taken care of its entire life. It was down to every oil change at every, I don't remember how many hours the guy did, but it was basically like he had everything written down for it, and it was all in beautiful condition, and my dad got it for a steal at that auction. But that was 4 or 5 years ago. And okay, we basically barely got her, but all we needed to do was get her on there. This red Ford right here, this was his, and then he gave it to me because he got the Chevy K30 down there. I'm not sure, he got that also somewhat recently. He's not worried about keeping them in great condition, so that's why we use them as farm trucks, which I believe that's what they were meant for. All of his buddies call them sacrilege for it, but I don't know. I look at it like, or what these trucks did before, might as well keep them doing it. They run well, other than that Ford not handling 10 tons of bales on top of it. That 806 right there, I don't know, he's had that for a long time. He's had that since the 80s. That was this tractor that I'm running, the 5020 here's also been from the 80s. He keeps it all nice. Like this thing, beautiful paint condition. He repainted it three years ago, I believe. 4955 down there. That was another thing that he got that in the 90s. I don't remember exactly when he got that. In that red shop right there, we have a New Holland something forage harvester. I don't know what it is. I'm not big on the forage harvesters. I know we chop corn, and we do some direct cut mowing. Other than that, there's not much more equipment other than that 8-row planter. There's a brush hog there. Backstory behind the K30 here. It was that, like I said, Dad got that truck, and that's how I got this truck. I'm doing a terrible job. I don't know much about that K30. I know he does use it for farm use, and I've driven it a couple of times. But right now, actually, what he plans on using it for now is basically just going to church on Sunday and taking the kids out for ice cream and things like that, because it's a nice truck. I might end up getting another truck eventually, because like I just experienced, this truck is not handling it. Okay, so right now I'm pulling in with another bale. I'm actually going to get the K30 out of here, moved over to the probably actual garage. Yeah, because I'm going to put all the bales along this wall and then stack them up. Alright, put her in gear. This thing's got juice to it. I'm sure Dad would not like me wrecking his K30 into the bale or the chicken coop. This house up here is actually Dad's house. I live in town, but as soon as he goes, I'm going to be living here. I hate to talk like that, but that's going to be the truth. I'm going to inherit it. His mom died many years ago. She had cancer. So it was pretty much Dad all alone here for a long time while I was over at college. And I just barely missed that. But anyways, we're going to get back to that tractor. Alright, I'm going to throw you into a time lapse now. Alright, folks. We're gonna get this old thing. We're gonna get her parked. Now she should run like a normal vehicle. Of course, I don't remember her handling this trailer too well. I don't usually run this trailer with this truck either. Actually, this trailer is new to this farm. I've run it for a couple weeks. Okay, I do have another task for this morning, but we do gotta take the 49. We got a field down the road that I need to get started on because right now we're getting a little bit late. Alright. This right here is our field. It's our hay field. I got some fields in the back, like in the woods here. But right down this road, we'll see it coming up. There's like a little park thing. And our field is coming up too. They're kind of right next to each other. Like I said, there's like a little park thing here. There's a little human bridge, and there's some trees, and there's some picnic tables and everything. A little statue. But then this field right here is our field. Alright. This looks as good a place as any, I would say. I need to get some GPS for this tractor. But I'd say we lower this guy down. Oh, easy girl. I don't know, I'm not really comfortable with this mulch tiller yet as far as width. And I don't know exactly what gear to be in, so right now we're going to keep it right around here. 7 mile an hour it is. This field Dad did all of the corn in last year, and all the other fields he did beans, which is pretty much what I'm doing, but I think because he was working this spring, like earlier this spring, in April, to get stuff planted with me. So he was running this tractor a bit, or not this tractor. He was mainly actually running the 806, but he was running this tractor for tillage, but he was doing minimum and having me do stuff. But that was at the point where he was in charge of everything, so I don't know exactly what was seeded where, what brand of seed and everything. So right now it's kind of all his. Other than this field's basically all my ideas. All the rest of the fields here are basically his. Complete, like his choice. This field I'm probably gonna do dry corn in, dent corn, because I put silage, or not I, he put silage corn in. That's what I know. He put silage corn and beans in. And that one hayfield back there has been a hayfield for a couple years.
Went down to that river, washed my sins away. Pray, 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 and pray for another day. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. Light my cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking? No, you haven't seen one yet. I'm a dead man walking, 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 I'm a dead man. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. No one seemed to notice as I stared. I went down to that river to wash my sins away. I was thinking of you in that wedding gown. I went down to that water to wash my sins away. The world faded away as I went down, 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 down. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking.
And actually all of our fields, unless we pick up another field later. But other than doing some light tillage, some work on the topsoil, we're ready to put some corn in the ground later. Now I'm in a hurry for it though. We're gonna get ourselves on the road, get ourselves back up the farm. Alright, we're gonna park this guy down. I'm gonna get him set beside this. And we're gonna wrap it up here. Alright folks, with that, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully this isn't too long of a video. This is going to be a lot of editing. Well, we'll see you in the next one for this series. It's been a couple minutes since I recorded. I haven't done much. I've been trying to move over setups, and this is kind of the first that I've gotten any recording on this new setup. It's not really that big of a job for me, or importance, so I'll see you all later. Bye for now.